Let's talk about the transgender character in Mass Effect Andromeda. Hello and welcome to Fox Rocks Reviews. Today we're going to talk about Mass Effect Andromeda. It's been quite public, some of the issues with Mass Effect Andromeda, things like their poor facial animations, some of the poor writing in my opinion. They've got some interesting characters and stories, but I do question the implementation, and it is something where I feel it's somewhat of a missed opportunity personally, where it's a good game but with flaws, and I think it could have been a great game. It was just kicked out the door very, very early, and this is probably part of the reasons why we're discussing this topic now about the NPC character Hanily Abrams and their coverage of kind of transgender topics, which was, in my opinion, a bit ham-fisted. To give you the setup of the Mass Effect franchise, if you're not familiar with the series or familiar with computer games, effectively it's set in the future. There's lots of alien races, and it's decided by the Andromeda Initiative they're going to go to Mass Effect Andromeda, which is about 600 years away. So you have a lot of people wanting to leave to go to a new place, obviously removing themselves from their families and other connections that they've had with people back on Earth. That's a setup for some particularly very interesting kind of character developments. And of course, as they get to Mass Effect Andromeda, everything goes to pot, and then all the craziness starts from there. And this is where the game investigates kind of characters and developments along the way. Now, with this particular NPC character, within the first couple of lines of dialogue, they mention their old male name, and they wanted to basically escape maybe prejudice or criticism from their friends and family. It does kind of question, like, in the future, you would have thought that transgender would have progressed in terms of awareness and things like that. They wouldn't necessarily need to do that in the same way. But if you kind of carry the ball on that one, felt it could have been dealt with in a lot more delicate and a lot more sympathetic way. For some people, their past selves is something they really don't want to look at because it can be exceptionally painful. So it's going to be unlikely someone's just going to drop their male name in conversation rather than just talking to someone randomly. And I think that's where it creates so much controversy. Bioware have announced official apology, and they're saying they are talking with the transgender community to get it fixed. I generally think there could have been better ways they could have discussed these topics, maybe in the frame of issues with how transgender people maybe interact with the community and how that can maybe discriminate. That could have been a lot more interesting way to navigate those particular issues without potentially, and somewhat I believe inadvertently in this case, potentially causing quite a lot of offence. And this is why some of the trans gaming team are quite vocal in how Mass Effect have dealt with these topics. Bioware as a company have covered transgender characters before, and they do want to be seen as an inclusive developer, which I believe that they are, and they're very obviously quite keen to have things like LGBT kind of coverage and to be seen to be a diverse game because it's supposed to be played by a lot of different people. I mean, I'm about 75 hours in and I've been enjoying what I've played so far. I do think it kind of had missed opportunities, and I think this just highlights one of those. But I think it'd be interesting to see what other people think about this one as well. I mean, how do you think that they could have maybe included some transgender issues more thoroughly in a way that'd be more respectful, or do you think they could have just done something slightly different, maybe more empowers transgender character? Anyway, please do let me know in the comments. Of course, you have all my social links as well if you want to really let me know that way. And as always, please subscribe.